What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube. And today I've got another edition of The Drive-In, where I watch recently released films and tell you guys whether they're good, worth waiting for, or worth skipping altogether. And today I'm doing kind of a different review here. I'm doing an indie film. You guys know myself, I'm an indie filmmaker. I like to review indie films, ones that are local, ones that are national. And it just so happens that, it's October, it's Halloween month. So if you guys have not seen, I posted about 3 or 4 reviews already this month of different films from all different time periods. Go check those out. I've got 3 or 4 of those in my last couple of posts. Got several more coming up in the pike, including a few that I've already recorded, but I wanted to upload this one kind of in the middle with some of the other ones that I already did because it is timely and it is very applicable. With what's going on. It is a big indie release that a lot of the horror community was pretty excited about. It is 2020's Never Hike in the Snow. If you guys recognize that title, you'll know that it is, I thought it was a sequel, but I'm reading, based on my research online, that it's a prequel to the Never Hike Alone movie that was released from Womp Stomp on YouTube a year or two ago, which I really enjoyed. This is a Friday the 13th fan film, and I've got to say, I don't know how they do it. I don't know in terms of like raising money for the budget, in terms of all the different legal situations going on, especially with Friday the 13th being up in legal limbo right now. But I imagine because they're not making any money on it and it's just a fan film, that there are no issues with like trademarks and characters, stuff like that, because they're able to use Jason Voorhees and Tommy Jarvis in their previous film and in this film. And I thought that Never Hike Alone was one of probably the best fan film I ever saw. Womp Stomp Films and their parent companies they work with are some of the highest quality, most accurate, most intense, best fan films you'll ever see. A lot of fan films are just kind of derivative whenever there's no budget. People just walking around with dollar store masks on. Not Womp Stomp, not these guys. This company and the companies they work with do really accurate, high quality fan films. They take the time to make sure that, the characters kind of count as part of the lore. Everything keeps continuity. Jason looks super accurate. The costuming, the background, the story, everything kind of feels like it belongs in the Friday the 13th universe. It keeps canon, and I really admire that. And the same thing goes for this film, Never Hike in the Snow, which again, I thought was a sequel. Apparently it's a prequel. I'm not sure which goes first necessarily, but this film was written and directed by Vincent DiSanti. I hope I'm saying that right. He wrote and directed this film and the last one. He also plays Jason Voorhees in these films. Man, that dude must be massive because he fills out Jason's shoes very, very well. And again, got to give a lot of credit to these guys. Starring Thom Mathews, who you'll recognize as Tommy Jarvis from Part 6, Jason Lives. Also, Vincent Guastafaro, am I saying that right? He played the sheriff in Part 6, Jason Lives, and also came back to reprise his role as the sheriff in this movie. So, again, the continuity and to be able to get these actors to play their old roles is really, really impressive for an indie company. This movie runs 31 minutes, but the runtime is only about 26 minutes. The last 5 minutes go toward the massive credits because there are so many producers, because they do a massive GoFundMe campaign and a ton of hardcore fans donate to the cause. So thank you to Womp Stomp and the YouTube channel and all their co-workers. But also thank you to all the fans who gave and donated. I think I might have donated like a long, long time ago when this campaign first started. I can't remember anymore. It's been probably about a year. They take about a year to save money up and make sure this thing is done with care. I love when indie filmmakers reference these things and keep the story intact, and they do these things with care. They take the time to make sure it's right. They don't care if it takes a year, 2 years, 3 years. They make sure when it comes out that it is the highest possible quality and that it fits the story, and this does that very well. This story essentially is a hiker. He's just jogging up in the snow. He comes across the cabin in Camp Crystal Lake with the old Camp Crystal Lake placard, the old sign, which looks just like the original. Congratulations for getting that right as well. And this guy obviously comes across Jason Voorhees. Jason chases him through the woods and kills him. So that causes the old cop from Part 6 to come back and try to cover up the murder because, you don't want Jason scaring the town again. And I'll do the non-spoiler first, and I'll get into the spoilers at the end. But, of course, Thom Mathews, Tommy Jarvis from Part 6, is still running around believing Jason is real and not buying into the townfolk hype and trying to stop Jason. So you've got kind of a recreation of what is happening in part 6 recurring here. And again, most of where I want to give the credit, of course, to Vincent DiSanti, who wrote, directed, starred in this, but even more so, the creative team behind this, the costumers, who made sure Jason's costume was accurate. The gore, when you see it, is very, very cool. There's a couple really nice shots of people, one guy laying in the snow with blood, a couple of sliced neck kind of things. Lots of really good gore when they decide to use it. They use it sparingly and protect it, and it's done very well. The people who found the locations, the scenic designers, the people who set up the Camp Crystal Lake, the surrounding lake, the cabin, all the decoration that looks like all the previous Jason movies, the detail that the costume and scenic and gore and everyone put into this 30-minute short film is amazing. It's shot super cleanly. I wish I had taken the names down of all of the crew because they were all excellent, but it's shot very nicely. You see a couple overhead shots. You see a couple lingering shots, like I said, on some blood things, which are nice. Jason has a couple of nice long takes where he's staring past the camera. We do get, I'll give the rest of that as part of a spoiler, but you get a couple drone shots, getting a really nice camp atmosphere. So I can't say enough things about this. Fast 31 minutes, 26-minute runtime. My one negative, I think, in the no-spoiler portion of this review would just be that I wanted more of it, which I guess is a good sign for a short film. You always want to leave the viewers wanting more. This felt more like a chapter of a movie versus an entire movie. I know they're building to more of these. They're going to keep making these, thank God, because they're great. But I wish they had told more of the story in this film instead of making us wait for the next one. I wish they had told a few more chapters. It felt like this was cut off before we could really progress the story to the level that I would have liked as a viewer. But again, they're making me want more, so that is a positive thing. I'm going to give this film 8 out of 10. For a short film, it's well-paced, it's well-acted, you get some nice callbacks and surprises, good gore, good cinematography, looks clean, spend your money well. Excellent job to Vincent and Womp Stomp. If you guys want to check it out, go to YouTube. Womp Stomp has the whole movie up there for free right now. So if y'all are in quarantine and you want to watch a good fan film, Friday the 13th right now is still caught up in legal battle, so we might not be seeing a Friday the 13th film for quite a while because of all the legal stuff and the trademarks and all that. Check these out. These fan films will satiate the hunger of the hardcore fans to an extent. So I really appreciate, as an indie filmmaker myself who does like low to no budget films, I appreciate these a whole lot. Now to briefly get into spoilers, I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10. So if you haven't seen it, pause this video, go check it out, and then come back. To those of you guys that have seen it, spoilers, what I liked was we get Jason Voorhees' mother in this. She was played by a great actress. I didn't get her name. Played by a great actress who played Jason's mother. We see her in physical form, and we see the head from the previous movies, like in part 2. That is a great callback as well. Again, we get the Tommy gets put in the squad car, and the cop says, "You bang," and they put the dot on his head from the gun, just like in part 6. So a nice callback to Tom McLaughlin's film, Jason Lives. And then at the end, Tommy Jarvis is still out there looking for Jason. I believe they kind of realize that. I think the cop gets killed, I believe. I'm trying to think back now. I think the main cop gets killed, and we're left to see Jason and Tommy still surviving. So this obviously is going to go on forward. So 8 out of 10. I love all the callbacks. I love the care put into this. Thank you guys, Womp Stomp. I hope you guys keep doing stuff like this. Anytime that I see campaigns for stuff like this, I will donate. Go check it out on Womp Stomp's YouTube page. It is up for free right now. And please keep making more of these films. I'll be coming back to you guys all October long with many more reviews, including some that are already in the can. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this film if you saw it. And if you didn't, go check it out right now. Take care, Jason fans. I will see you soon.